Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and in this video, I'm going to be reviewing to Glee. Yes, Glee is finally back. Season 5, Episode 4, a Katy or a Gaga. Now, I know I uploaded my review of this episode last night, but I wasn't exactly happy with my review, so I wanted to redo my review because there were quite a few things I left out of the episode, so I definitely want to talk about it, and because I thought I did a bad job in the review, so I had to leave that video, so I'm doing this now, so consider that old review garbage, and that was total bullshit. This is the real review. Alright, so thoughts on this episode. This episode for me, no, it wasn't the best episode of Glee ever, but I did really enjoy this episode. I liked the character development we got with a lot of the characters. We had a lot of character development with a lot of characters, and we had some pretty big things going on. I really liked the New York stuff, and I especially like the stuff with Marley. I especially like that too. So, let's just get to the episode. So we see that there's this new big Glee club who they are fearing because they're performing against them in nationals, and apparently they're I don't remember the name of them, but they're like constantly performing. They never stop performing, and they're really scared of them. And they say they're as big as Lady Gaga. So this gives Will the idea to see who's a Gaga, who's a Katy. I thought it was more like ships and things like that, or like who likes Lady Gaga, who likes Katy Perry. No, it's more like, what are you? Are you a Gaga or a Katy? For me, I would probably consider myself a Gaga because I'm just like really outgoing. But I'm really not. I don't know. What do you guys classify me as? Gaga or Katy? I don't know. But basically, what he decides to do is that he takes the ones that are like Gaga's and makes them sing a Katy Perry song. The ones that are like Katy, make them sing a Gaga song. So that's basically what's going on there. And there's a lot more stuff going on besides that. I want to get into let's first get into Marley's storyline because I really like where this is going. So we see that Marley and Jake, she's talking about going to see this film festival, Julie Andrews Film Festival, which would be kind of cute. I think that's kind of cute how they play all three movies back to back. And Jake's kind of tired of them doing the same things over and over again. He's like, yeah, we always go to dinner and movie. Can we do something different for once? And, they decide that they're going to do something different for once. And as soon as they hear this, Bree comes into Sue's office because, she's still spying for Sue to get the Glee, because she's a Glee Club's enemy, so she's spying for Sue, and she tells Sue that she actually, heard about them, and she's going to try to split Jake and Marley apart, so she's going to find a way to split them apart, and as Jake and Marley are talking, basically, Jake is just agreeing to her plan and everything, but then Bree comes up to Jake and asks Jake for dance lessons, basically. So she asks Jake for dance lessons and, like, choreography and things like that, and he helps her with that. And, he's Unique hears about this and immediately goes over to Marley and says, you have to do something, you have to be in there and be a Gaga. And, basically, when Miley, I almost called her Miley, what the hell? When Marley was in the, performance, basically, when she was with with the Katys who were performing a Gaga song, well, they were told her to wear this really revealing outfit, but she just couldn't go through with it because she wanted to show Jake, this is not who I am, and her attempt failed horribly because as soon as this happens, Marley gets suspended from school, which is not a good thing at all, and, yeah, that's basically what happened. She's now suspended from school. She's not suspended from school, she's suspended from Glee Club, and, some people have been very upset about this. I've seen mixed opinions. For me, here's what I think. Marley was wrong to do the complete opposite of what was asked of her, but she was trying to prove a point to Jake, but she could have done it in a different way. Like, she could have found a Lady Gaga outfit, but not be as revealing. Because I think her doing the exact opposite of because the assignment was basically do your weakness. Make your weakness your strongest, basically. And Marley just did what was good for her, and that's not what the point of the assignment was. So I can definitely see why Will was upset with her, because she basically ruined the performance for them. And, yeah, so I could definitely see why Will was upset. But after this happens, we see that, basically Marley, is now suspended from the Glee Club, and Jake sees her, and Jake kind of wants to, he wants her to come over to his house. He says, oh, the house all to ourselves, and they start to make out and everything, and it looks like he's about to have sex with her, but she just can't go through with it. Marley she can't go through with it because she's not that kind of girl, basically. And, he said he's tired of them just not doing anything, and he's tired of all this, and he says, why can't we just do this together? Part of a relationship is trust and everything. And she says, well, I'm not one of them. She says, go be with one of those girls. Go have fun. And you know what? I really like seeing this side of Marley. We finally saw what she really wants. We finally saw her not let Jake control her, because that's what's always been happening. Jake has been basically controlling this whole relationship. So we don't really know if Jake and Marley are over, but as she goes, he does go off to one of those girls. He seduces Bree, and he says, you want to go somewhere a little bit more private, and I hate Bree's line. I mean, it was so embarrassing when Bree's like, I love private parts. That line was, like, so weird. But him and Bree go to have sex, basically, and we don't know if Marley and Jake are over, but either way, that's what happened. So yeah, I thought the Marley and Jake plot was definitely really big, especially, like, we got to see more of Marley's character, but also Jake's side point of view. I have to take Marley's side with this, because, I mean, Jake is giving her way too much, like, she can't always fulfill what Jake wants, and Jake needs to realize that, but at the same time, I mean, Jake's kind of right where they need to stop doing the same thing over and over again, or else they're going to get stale. So a relationship can get stale, and I mean, he's right about that, so I thought the whole thing, though, with him possibly cheating on Marley is not good. And I don't know if they're together or not, but we're just going to have to see next week. Now, the other thing going on there, we're still going to stick with the whole Katy storyline, is with Sam. Now, Sam is still... Now, I really like Sam's flaw in this episode. I thought Sam's flaw was very cute, and he really gives a lesson to guys like myself to not try so hard when you're trying to get a girl like you, which I always end up doing. I mean, I always end up doing that when, like, I have a crush on a girl or something. They can basically tell because I make it known. So, that's basically what you're not supposed to do in this episode. He's trying way too hard to impress Penny, because basically she says she has tickets to this 9 Inch Nails concert with her ex-boyfriend, and she says she likes his kind of... And right away, he tells Blaine about this, and I love the part with the True Docs MVP. That was really funny. And he tells Blaine about this, and Blaine says, well, she likes 9 Inch Nails. Maybe we should try to do a darker side for a Gaga song. So immediately he thinks she likes darker music. So he takes her to see the Gaga performance of Applause, and she says she really did not enjoy it, and that she actually lied to him. She only said that because when she was younger, people used to think that she was just like a happy-go-lucky girl who's like your typical blonde girl. So she started dating bad boys and everything, but she wants to stop doing that. So she tells Sam how she really likes Katy Perry, and he takes her to see the Katy Perry performance, and they kiss and everything, and I guess they're together now, because you think they're together, and I'd really like that to happen. So I really like Sam's plot. I thought it was a really cute plot, honestly, because it really showed that he was trying way too hard. There was a scene where, like, she was talking about piercing. He was saying, oh, I'm going to get piercings too. He was just trying way too hard to impress her, and I'm glad that she accepted who he was and really showed that that's not who she is, because I really enjoyed that, and I thought that was really nice to see. I definitely really enjoyed that. Speaking of the Gagas, they were trying to come to a decision on what to perform. Basically, Unique wanted to be like big and theatrical and everything, and I love the part where he's like, plot twist, Ohio does not have a zoo, but I did get a lion costume. And then he points to Jake. That scene was hilarious. Unique stole the show this episode. I think this was Unique's funniest episode ever, because like the ideas that she had was hilarious. They were great. And the other thing I loved was that, eventually, though, Tina tells him, part of the reason people love Katy Perry, and this is true, part of the reason people love Katy Perry is that she's more down-to-earth about herself, and she's more like a girl next door, so that's what they decided to do. They do more of a song like that, and that's what ends up happening. They end up performing Wide Awake, which was beautiful, and I absolutely loved it, and I thought it was great. I also love the Cardi scene in this episode with Kitty and Artie. I thought that was adorable as well. I really loved that. Now, as far as Sue goes, we see that Sue wants to declare war on the Glee Club once again. She wants to, get them to she wants them to win nationals, but she doesn't want the Glee Club to remain in the school. So she basically just tries to suspend all of them, but it doesn't work, and now there's a war between her and Will, so. As far as this goes, honestly, I don't even care anymore. I just want them to be friends. I liked what they was like in season 3, and I just wish it was like that, because this is just annoying. Season 4, I liked how it was in season 4 as well, when they weren't trying, when she wasn't trying to stop them, but she wasn't trying to, I just wish she didn't do that anymore, because she's funny, but she's really annoying as well sometimes, and this is definitely one of those points. So yeah, as far as the McKinley stuff goes, I really enjoyed Marley's plot and Sam's plot. I wasn't a huge fan of the Sue stuff, but I liked most of it. Now, as far as New York goes, I really like New York stuff. I thought the New York part, of course, was the best part. It's always the best part of the episode. So as New York is, basically, Kurt wanted to create this cover band because, and there's a reason why, we find out later, but no one really auditions except for this guy, Starchild, who basically is portrayed by Lambert, who stole the show in this episode. I thought he was fantastic. He just stole the show this episode from everybody. And Kurt's he doesn't really know if he wants to invite him into it. He doesn't think he's the right image for the band, but eventually he decides, you know what, I gotta do what's best for my band, so he invites him into the band, and I really enjoyed that. Also, we got to see why Kurt is actually putting together this band, and it's basically because Rachel and Santana, both have done really big things. Rachel is now in Funny Girl, Santana's booked a commercial, and Kurt wants to do something big, too, in his life, and I like that whole scene with him and Rachel talking about dreams. And eventually Rachel does go into the band. At first she was a little hesitant because of the whole, her being in Funny Girl situation. She didn't think it would work out well, but she ends up being in the band, so I think that's great. And also I loved how they mentioned Finn, where she said, I had to sing my man today, but it was really hard. And I liked how they are mentioning Finn a little bit. They didn't mention him a lot, but they did mention Finn, and I really was happy with that, because I didn't think they were I thought the quarterback was just going to be a throwaway episode, but it wasn't. I thought the quarterback was just going to be like a one-time thing, and I thought this was just going to be a throwaway episode, but it really wasn't. There was a lot of plot development, and I really enjoyed that. Next week's episode, I'm not even looking forward to it. Honestly, I'm not. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I think twerking is stupid. Whoever created it, just go away, because twerking is stupid. People do it in my school, and honestly, all it does is make girls look like giant sluts. That's all it does. And I am not looking forward to next week's episode. It looks like it's going to be everyone twerking and everything, and it just looks stupid. It looks like one of the stupidest episodes Glee has done. I mean, it's probably going to have a lot of plot development and things like that, but I'm not looking forward to the episode at all, especially the blurred lines performance. Oh my god. With Will. Oh my god. But overall, this episode was pretty good. It wasn't like a perfect episode, like everything was the best episode of the season. No. I still think the best episode of the season besides the non-Finn episode, the Finn tribute, was Tina in the Sky with Diamonds. I still think that was the best one. But this was definitely a good episode. I really enjoyed it. I really liked the development we got with Marley's character, and also the development we got with Sam's character. Let me know if you guys saw this episode. Are Marley and Jake broken up? I think after this episode, they're definitely going to be broken up. What do you think about the whole Will suspending Marley thing? Do you think that was necessary? I do think that it was necessary to do something, but that was kind of drastic what he did. What do you think of the whole, what do you think of next week's episode? I'm not even looking forward to it. And Sue declaring war on Will, I think is stupid. And also, did you like that they mentioned Finn? I enjoyed that too. And also, Starchild. I'm sure a lot of people love Starchild. But that's it for my review. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be my review of Tomorrow People and then Once Upon a Time Wonderland. So see you then. Bye.